Hello, welcome back to the garden. It's been a while. I'm still busy with a bit of building work really. The garden hasn't had that much time. Having said that, the arid bed is starting to take shape. Some of the plants that have been in the greenhouse for the winter are now out, stood in position, ready to go in, and also blown over in the wind, unfortunately. I'm not sure if we're putting this one up, but I will stand it up. So yes, they're not in the exact positions yet. I've just stood them in, trying to give myself an idea of where they're going to go. The only thing I have got in is the Mexican blue fan palm. It's now in the ground. I put it in yesterday. It's been in a pot for far too long. I've had it now 2-3 years, and they don't really long term like being in a pot. You tend to get a bit of browning of the leaves. It's almost as if they can only hold so many leaves at a time. Not concerned about the health of it, because in the middle there's a lovely new spear or two coming up, so I'm sure it'll get away now it's in the ground. So it's in really free draining soil. It's raised up slightly, as you can see, with these rocks. I'll disguise that height a little bit more when I get the rest of the bed in, but yeah, I'm pleased that's in. That's the first plant in the arid bed. As I say, the others are laid along here. Not saying that is the final positions, but I like to do that, and then I can juggle them around and see what position I think is best. What else can I show you today? The bananas are uncovered. There's a bit of green poking through the end there. If you've seen the previous video of when I wrapped them up for winter or covered them for winter, I just cover them with a drainage pipe, bit of fleece and the drainage pipe, and they've come through fine. I'll have a little walk along the border here. As you can see, it's a windy day today. The camellia is going to come out soon. It's all in bud waiting to go. Oh, and as I said that, I've just spotted the first flower has opened since yesterday when I looked. Marvellous, absolutely marvellous. It's a welcome burst of colour in the spring, that is. Tetrapanics, new leaves emerging at the top. It's away again. Trachycarpus princeps, lovely, always looks well no matter what time of year. Tree ferns have got through the winter okay. Leaves are still lovely and green, which is good. Usually around about -5-ish they go brown, so I'm guessing, looking at them, we've definitely had -4 on more than one occasion this year, but I'm guessing it was just warm enough to keep them looking green. We go through the foliage here. That's the polycarpa, lovely plant. But what I came in here to look at was the gunnera. The gunnera is awaking from its winter rest. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves there waiting to come up. I put that in last year. I'm hoping it's got its roots down a bit now and it's going to make a bigger plant this year. So that will be interesting to see. Bigger tree fern is fine there again. The fronds are still green. I've had a feel in the top when I watered it the other day, and there's new fronds waiting to emerge. On the subject of fronds waiting to emerge, I'm waiting. This tree fern here, I'm still waiting for a set of fronds since it's been in the ground. I planted it last springish, and it already had the leaves because the nursery I bought it from had it in a tunnel, so it already flushed, and I've had nothing since. But there again, I had a feel in the crown. If you look, if I just move some of this, can you see, or I hope you can see, the new knuckles waiting to erupt. I like them when they're like this, they're little and furry and ready to go. So hopefully this year that will put on a new flush of fronds. What else can I show you? Oh, that's a B&M bargain trachycarpus stood here, waiting for a home. Really, it's just filling a space until I can find a home for that. Triphalia here is not showing any signs of flushing as yet. Pseudophanix ferox, lovely leaves. Don't think that's, you can just about see the growth point, but I think that's got a little while yet before that gets going. Unfortunately, the big one I tried to move from my previous garden is no more. It's about the only plant that didn't make the big move. If you look carefully at the bark, you can see cracks opening up. It's further down. It's not made it. I left it in with the vain hope that it might make it, but it hasn't. So at some point I'll take that out this year. But the little one is in place, or the smaller one is now in place, waiting to take over. Up there, Pseudophanix grassifolius, that's doing its thing. It's all plant now, just leaves on the top, which gives it rather a bizarre look. Hopefully that will flush again shortly. Little banana through there, that's come through the winter with just a piece of pipe over it, no problem. Persicaria down here is now starting to go. Lovely flush of red leaves there. Add something to the garden at the minute. The lawn, I've got a few plans for this year. If I get the time with all the building work I've got going on around the front, I'm going to change the lawn. I'm going to have a more circular lawn is the plan. And I'm going to put in a couple of beds over there that'll accommodate another couple of palms I really need to get in the ground, and some other planting, but that's a little bit away yet. I think the next plan is to get the arid bed planted up. I've got some more smaller cacti still in the greenhouse to go in. The bones of the arid bed are now stood in there really. As I said earlier, subject to change. But I like to lay the plants out, leave them for a week, just to see whether I like them where they are. The other thing with planting is you have to allow for plants to grow. I'm as guilty as anyone of thinking they look nice, and then in 3, 4, 5 years time you're thinking, oh, I wish I would have allowed more space for them. So if you're planting anything in the garden, always have an idea of the maximum size it's going to reach, because it saves a lot of digging up and moving and risking plants at a later date. So that's just a quick roundup of the garden. As I say, I have been busy and I need to get on with something else now as I speak, but I'm aware I haven't done an update for a while, so that's a quick look at Heathcroft garden on a sunny Norfolk day. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.